Emma's birthday was coming, and she dreamed of getting the most expensive doll in the store. But on the big day, her grandfather handed her a small, plain box. Confused, she opened it to find an old, wooden bird he had carved. "This isn't what I wanted," she mumbled. Grandfather chuckled. "Wind it up." As she turned the tiny key, the bird's wings moved, and a soft melody played a tune he used to hum to her as a child. Memories flooded back, and tears filled her eyes. That night, Emma placed the bird beside her bed, realizing that the most precious gifts aren't bought, they are felt in the heart. In a distant kingdom, Princess Alina was known for her kindness, but behind the palace walls, she often felt invisible. One rainy evening, she found a small, shivering puppy by the castle gates. Without hesitation, she brought him inside and named him Shadow. As they grew together, Shadow became her closest friend, always by her side during long, lonely days. One day, during a grand festival, Alina felt overwhelmed by the crowd. Shadow sensed her fear and gently nudged her away to a quiet garden. In that moment, Alina realized something powerful. True companionship isn't about grand gestures, it's about presence, loyalty, and love. From then on, Shadow wasn't just her pet, he was her protector, her comfort, and her reminder that even the smallest friends can make the biggest difference. Prince Adrian was known for his wisdom, yet he rarely spoke. While other rulers made grand speeches, he simply listened. His advisors worried. A king must lead with words, they insisted. One day, a drought struck the kingdom. The people cried for help, but Adrian said nothing. Instead, he rolled up his sleeves and dug a well. Seeing this, the villagers joined him. Soon, the land flourished again. At the next royal gathering, another king mocked him. "Does your silence rule for you?" Adrian smiled. "Words are heard, but actions are remembered." That day, the world saw that true leadership isn't about speaking the loudest, it's about making the biggest difference. Sophie dreamed of becoming a ballerina. She practiced endlessly, perfecting every step. But on the night of her biggest performance, disaster struck. Her slipper tore just before she went on stage. Panic set in. "I can't dance like this," she whispered. Then, her teacher placed a hand on her shoulder. "Dance isn't about perfection, it's about passion." Taking a deep breath, Sophie stepped onto the stage. With each move, she forgot about the slipper, lost in the music. When the final note played, the audience erupted in applause. That night, she learned that true art isn't flawless, it's fearless. Leo loved his dog, Max, but as he got older, life got busier. Walks became shorter, playtime less frequent. Later, Max, he'd say, rushing off to school or scrolling on his phone. One rainy evening, Leo came home late. Max wasn't by the door like usual. Concerned, he searched and found Max curled up in the corner, his tail barely wagging. Guilt washed over Leo. He knelt beside Max, stroking his fur. "I'm sorry, buddy. I've been ignoring you." Max licked his hand, forgetting instantly. That night, Leo took Max for the longest walk yet, realizing that pets don't ask for much, just time, love, and a little attention.